biggest game of the weekend.
Let's get this over
quick. Yeah, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Let's preview it. This is the biggest. This is another massive match for the Premier League table. Obviously, it's 1 versus 2 currently, but if City want a chance, they need Chelsea to win or drop points. Right? They need all the help they can get. Chelsea, we're going to talk about it in a second, could be title challengers with a win. Cole Palmer might be back. Arsenal have looked really good. They play Bayern Munich tomorrow, so we won't have that sample in front of us, but they've looked incredible. Eze's coming off a hat trick. Like, this is the 2 most informed Premier League teams battling each other for a chance at a title challenge conversation. Mm-hmm. That's what we're at here. And it all comes down on Sunday. I don't know how you guys want to approach it.
Bayern in the midweek is a good starting point. That's probably the best team outside the Premier League.
No doubt.
Hands down. Like, I don't think anyone can compare. But that's going to be a tough game. And I know Kompany's going to want to make it hard for them because at heart, he's still a Spurs
Kane
fan.
loves a goal at the Emirates.
Kane, at heart, is still a Spurs fan. So there is a lot for these Bayern guys to go and take it to them. And I think it's going to say a lot about Arsenal in how they respond at the weekend against Chelsea. If they still have that desire, that heart, then I think that's the point where I can buy into what they're selling. Winner's mentality type of thing. My heart wants to say that Chelsea are going to make it out of this winners, but my brain's saying Arsenal. Based on Chelsea's biggest weakness is Arsenal's greatest strength.
What defending set pieces? We can't do that. In all seriousness, I do think there was a huge win for them on the weekend. I think Spurs are awful. I got it wrong with Frank. He's been hurt, so like that doesn't need to be said. But regardless of that, they picked them apart. We've been very loud about no set piece goals. They got 4 open play goals, and I mean, regardless if that's easy Tottenham were to play through, they did play through them, did they not? So
yeah, I mean, we've been talking to. Sorry, just about your Tottenham point. I think we've been talking that they're Arsenal 2.0.
Right, yeah.
If we weren't biased as fuck, or if I wasn't biased as fuck, I probably would have told you this would have happened, but obviously got to root for chicken ball. Yeah, but for the team that copies what the other team does, I feel like the better team at that tactic, that style, is going to win out 9 out of 10 times.
The way we talk about Arsenal are what Tottenham actually are. Unironically, like that is what they are doing. It's crazy. Like to your point of the Arsenal 2.0, that's what we mean by that. Where like the way we describe Arsenal is actually Tottenham.
B-tier Arsenal. Yeah.
Like because Arsenal, I mean, even last year, right, where they were struggling to score goals, they still had the positional rotations. They still look really good and all that, but then there's just nothing at the end. So getting a guy like Eze, again, he always starts seasons slow, but he seems to be getting warmed up. And again, as an Arsenal fan coming home, you're playing Tottenham. I'm sure there was a little extra juice there. He also likes scoring against us. But yeah, I think it's a massive game. I mean, I think I said it before. If I had to pick between this and the Barca game, I would have taken this, right? We need to win this game a lot more than we needed to win today, even though I'm absolutely thrilled. But hopefully Estevao earns a start, right? Because I think the kid's absolute magic. And at this point, like,
he's got to.
Come on. We have to get him in the lineup. But I think Neto also gets in, so it'll probably be Neto on the left, Estevao in the team. But Estevao needs to play. He needs to start because
you have to test them.
I think Calafiori's a good player. But it's a lot with him at Arsenal. It's been a lot more of him going forward, which is funny because he was signed. He played center back for his last team, but he does really well in advanced positions. But I think having a guy like Estevao to keep him honest, I mean, that can get really serious, especially with Gabriel being out. And Capier is no slouch, but he hasn't been playing too many minutes, right? He just came back from injury, so he's not up to match fitness or Gabriel's standard. So I think that's an important thing to look at. Palmer potentially coming back. I don't think he starts, to be honest.
No, he won't start. There's no way.
I think he comes off the bench if he's fit enough. But in these bigger games, Maresca loves to seem to load that midfield up with, in a perfect world, Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. But I think he likes to put Reece in there. I still don't love it, to be honest. I think he's better coming from right back to be an extra midfielder, not to be a midfielder just to begin with. But I do think we're more than capable. We've drawn the past 2 years in this fixture. So we're more than capable of winning this game. And we always talk about it with Barbies. Throw the form out the window. Like, these are just 2 good teams who wants it more. Like, it always ends up feeling like it comes down to that in a derby.
Go ahead.
I just think you guys need to focus on Trossard, shutting him down. I think he's been one of the major
keys. You stole it out of my mouth, you asshole.
You're not worried about Saka?
No.
Dude, I have him in my fantasy team. I can tell you I'm not worried about Saka.
No.
Cool.
They do not have a striker right now. I don't think Gyökeres is going to be up for this.
He might.
Trossard he has been their most consistent player. He has been their unsung hero. I think that he deserves so much praise for the role that he's played this season. To me, this point, like, this is the only thing that would concern me is if you're playing Gusto out there with the form that Trossard's in, that is Cook City, dude. That's not a position.
Gusto loves letting people cut in. I will give you that.
Oh man,
that's a dangerous.
And I think I know.
Right
I know. I think if Reese is there, I really don't have much of a concern. Respectfully, but again, I kind of mentioned it when we were talking about the 5 things at the beginning. Andre Santos to me is much more capable of playing in a midfield than a Gusto or a Reese, but I think the trust just isn't there yet. He hasn't gotten enough minutes under his belt with us. I think he's starting to get there, and I'd love to see him trusted in a game like this. But because again, I think in these big games he loves to load up the midfield, but as much physicality and quality, because that's what these guys have the blend of: a Caicedo, Enzo, Santos, Lavia when he's fit. That's what it's about. So I think we're more than capable, but it really does come down to the attackers putting their chances away.